Okay, so we have birds in the area. We don't really know exactly where they are. When should you be calling? How often should you be calling? This is a very common question that I've been asked. So, in short, it really depends, and I can't give you a steadfast rule saying you should only call one every 2 minutes or one every 3 minutes, because it really depends. I know lots of guys who call more than others and do great, and I know lots of guys who don't call very much but only at key moments, and they also do great as well. So there's more than one way to call in a bird. Let's say we're on a marsh, okay? There's birds in the area, they're flying around. I don't happen to see birds right now, but I want to attract them to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call for 1 minute and then wait for 1 minute. And so basically half of the time I'm calling. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to make it sound like there's more birds in the area than just like one duck. So I'm going to try to make multiple sounds, try to cast my sound around and make it seem like we're having a great time. There's a great party here. And if you're not hanging out here, then you're a loser. Okay, so here we go. All right, that's the general idea, right? So I'm calling around, I'm moving around, and if I have buddies who can call as well, like they don't have to be perfect, but if they want to participate, they can also call as well with me. And we'll oscillate, you know what I mean? We'll try to make it sound like there's lots of ducks here, this is a great time, birds should really check it out. Now, what do you do if you happen to see birds flying in the air? You definitely have to call to them. You can't be like, well, this is the minute where I'm not supposed to be calling right now, so I'm not going to say anything. No, this is a very important opportunity for you to grab their attention and bring them towards you. So what I'm going to do is I'll be a little bit more aggressive. I'm going to be a little bit louder, and I'm going to focus my call towards those birds, saying like, you really need you flock right there. Listen to me, come here. So this is what it's going to sound something like this. All right, so let's say they like that. I got their attention, they're coming in. How long do I keep calling? Do I just keep calling all the way up until they're right in front of my face? No. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring them towards me, and once they're right around 60 yards away from me, that is when I'm gonna slowly lower my call. I'm not gonna try to do a bunch of movement and then they're gonna see me moving around. I'm gonna do a little bit of movement. I'm gonna grab my gun and slowly raise it. Only do this if you see the birds locked on. If the birds are kind of like somewhat coming in your direction, I would still say keep calling. But if the birds are like, yeah, they see your decoys, you know they see your decoys and they're headed in your direction, get ready, because often these birds can come in really fast. And the smaller the species, usually the faster they come in. So if you're hunting like teal, just be prepared for friggin' fighter jets to come in. So anyway, so we see the birds coming in. They're getting close to around the 60-yard mark. I'm slowly lowering my duck call. I'm slowly raising my gun. And when do you pop out? You pop out right when they're just before in your kill zone. And we talked about the kill zones right around the 30 to 40-yard mark away from you, and that kind of that perfect little area you created with your decoys to just funnel waterfowl right in front of you. So just before they're approaching your kill zone, you pop out. You're going to raise the gun to your shoulder, look down the bead of the barrel, and then you're going to pull in front of the birds and fire. One thing that is really crucial, no matter what you're hunting, ducks, teal, dabbling ducks, diving ducks, if you're calling birds towards you, you're going to be a little bit louder at the beginning to get their attention, right? But you don't want to be freaking them out once they're really close. So you're not going to be blaring on your call as loud as you can once they're getting close and they're locked on, right? So I gradually descend in how loud I'm being as these birds are approaching me. So I'd say you can be really loud at the beginning, you get their attention, they're like, oh, what's that? That sounds somewhat like a goose, and they keep coming, and then I slowly get quieter and quieter and stick to the kind of the sounds that I'm more comfortable with, that I'm like, I know this sounds very, very close to the real thing.